Number 24, Kansas at number 3, Texas. Texas is a 16.5-point favorite, total 61.5. This game's on ABC. First time the two programs have ever played each other while both ranked. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Crazy.
Kansas has started 4-0 in consecutive seasons for the first time since 1914, 1915.
Classic.
What are your thoughts on this game?
So, I mean, it's funny because I was talking about this morning on radio that, like, I think, and this might sound crazy because it's not like it happened last year, but I think that there's technically a little bit of a revenge factor still into this game. Like this is a game where in the past Texas would probably sleepwalk through it. They looked really good last week against Baylor, 38-6, dominated Baylor on the road. We keep waiting for them to slip up. Maybe they lose to Oklahoma. I don't know, because Oklahoma's they've looked really good, even though they struggled against Cincy. But like,
I think FPI has Oklahoma the number 2 team in the country, which is ridiculous.
They do, yeah. But it's been really interesting to see. Well, but also, and like you've seen it from like an offensive and defensive like efficiency standpoint, like on 24/7 Sports put that out there. I think they were ranked first in the country in that too, like overall.
That game's next weekend.
I know, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. God, that's gonna be I hope that's a noon game because that means it'll be Oklahoma, Texas, Bama, A&M.
It usually is, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that like when you look at the stuff that Texas has been able to do like this season, the defense is not getting enough credit. The defense has played really, really well. Quinn Ewers has been awesome. He hasn't forced anything. I don't think Jalen Daniels is healthy still. And Kansas has been really fun, but it's the same thing they did last year where it's like they've been really fun at home. So how do they look on the road? I'm not saying it's a revenge game for Texas because they lost last year or whatever, but it's one of those games where like you can tell this team that they can't afford to sleepwalk because they can't. And
2 years ago, this game was like 55-53 or something like that overtime.
Yeah. And they lost at home to Kansas because a walk-on quarterback caught like a touchdown pass in double overtime, whatever. Yeah, so I think Texas wins. I will say I will not take them to cover, but I think Texas wins, and I'll say it's 34-23.
All right, I think Texas might be the most well-rounded team in the country when it comes to offense and defense.
Ooh.
Yeah, their defense is really good. Number 3 in overall defensive success rate. Kansas is horrible at stopping the pass. They're bad. So I think you're going to see a big day for Xavier Worthy, Quinn Ewers. Last week, I was on BYU plus 8.5 against Kansas. Kansas got 2 defensive TDs and won by 11. So I feel like I should have won that bet. And I feel like Kansas.
That's that whole sentence. I feel like I should have won that bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Texas won this game last year 55-14. Texas is a better team this year than they were last year.
Yeah.
I got Texas rolling in this one 42-20.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.